he's a very good trader. He has a very good community. There are so many of them like him who are quite good. But there's something he always says. He will say, if you're in the crypto industry and you're not good at research, or you don't like research, there's a very big a line where you may not do, especially as a trader. If you want to be a professional trader, you must be very good doing research. When are you researching on projects? Are you researching on what's happening in the market? Are you researching about because why I love cryptocurrency so much, the industry so much, is that there are different trends. There was a time where it was just a traditional blockchain project. We moved over to DeFi space. It was at the point it was ICOs and all of that. Currently, we're now in the NFT era. A whole lot is still going to come. There are trends. But the good thing about all of these things is when they come like a hype, they come like a bubble. But over time, the hype phases out and the real projects stay. So you must be able to know who is actually doing the right thing and who is actually trying to just come and do marketing and be a hype project. And at the end of the day, they just dump a lot of their coins on people and they take the money and go away. So you must be able to learn how to do all of those research. And as a newbie starting out, a lot of us, when we were younger, we started out with airdrops. It's a pity that nowadays airdrops are being used for scams, trying to phish your password or one or the other. I was a victim of phishing sites in 2018. It stole everything I had in my wallet, and that was when I used to make the mistake of having just one wallet that holds all my major coins. So now I have like 3, so that I don't get compromised at any point. So it's good to have multiple, so you don't or anyone that holds a lot of funds, just let it stay away from all your normal chasing of whether it's airdrops, shit coins, or whatever. Just let it stay away from there. And also, when we're moving on into this industry, we have played a whole lot of when it comes to being consumers. Africa, as it is today, has, especially Nigeria, we have the tendency to just be consumers. And it has been known that in so many other sectors, we consume, and we don't really produce. And the reason why I love the crypto and the cryptocurrency industry is that it has given everybody a level playing field. The only problem there is, at times, a lot of people tell me that building a blockchain project is not easy, it's difficult. Yes, it's not easy, it's difficult, but that's where also making sure you know what you're doing is important. And if you know what you're doing when you're building a project, let me tell you a trick. I've been with people who started building out of nothing, and the kind of project and the level of knowledge they had about what they were building got them the right contacts that were able to maybe help them get their project to the next level. What do I mean? Take it for example, I'm building a project and I have somebody maybe in South Africa and I'm talking to him about my project and he's asking me very good questions and I'm responding. I understand what I'm building, maybe the way the market looks like and all of that. Even if he doesn't maybe have 1 or 2 contributions to give me, he might tell you, oh, there's somebody I might like to introduce you to who may have this, who may have that, who may be able to do this for you. He'll be very happy to want to introduce you to the next person because he already knows that you already have deep knowledge of what you're doing and you're confident about what you're building. And when we talk about building projects, don't build projects for the hype of it. Currently, I have had a lot of people tell me, Chike, I want to be part of your project. I want you to be part of our project. I don't look at you and say no because maybe you don't have money to pay me. No. I want to be a part of as many African projects as I can be because it will help me even understand more, because you can build on the agricultural space, you can build on the medical space, you can even build an exchange. Now, if you look at all the major cryptocurrency exchanges out there, none of them, aside the guys who are running brokerage exchanges like the guys who are doing buy Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin, and the rest of them. Those are brokerage exchanges. But the guys who are actually doing order book exchanges, none of them are from Africa. Yes, you might say yes, they have the resources, they have the investors, they have the everything and all of that. I've looked at some of these guys, and it took collaboration for them to actually become what they are today. Some of them. We celebrate Coinbase today. One look at the history of Coinbase. The 4 guys who came together to set up Coinbase, they all had deep knowledge of the industry. They would have easily gone to create their own separate exchanges. But no, they chose to come together, bring their expertise together, and build a solid exchange. Today, one is the co-founder, one is the CEO and all that. But the other 2 guys, you don't really hear about them. But they have very good stake in the company. Because why? All of them came together and said, we can build this. And today, Coinbase is one of the most, I think currently is worth billions of dollars today, aside the fact that it was even listed and it went public. So we must not take away collaboration. And as young people come into this space, one thing I need to actually point out is, if you guys are friends and you understand the industry and you want to build a project, let me tell you something about this industry. Building out alone can be very, very difficult. I'm not saying you cannot do it alone. If you believe you have the network, you will have the money to bootstrap, or whichever way you can pay your developers, fine. But sorry, if you know you don't have all that together, look for people who understand the space. If somebody wants to build an exchange, you want to build an exchange, the next guy, maybe he's a tech guy, he understands how this works. Come together. One thing we must begin to kill in our generation. I had an uncle who used to tell me, why do you always look for people you will build projects with? You are in the tech space. Can't you just build out something on your own? And I told him, I said, I'm a business developer when it comes to the technology space. I understand some of the technicalities, but I don't have the expertise. I don't know how to code. I don't know how to program. I would prefer to have a technical co-founder who will have shares. Exactly. I mean, have maybe somebody who's on the marketing side. He will have shares. We come together and put this company together. Each person has shares in the company. And you see that all 3 of you or 2 of you putting your heads together, you'll be able to do bigger and greater things. It brings me to stay. If you're coming into this space, it is really lacking. Collaboration is lacking. And if you watch what's happening in most of the traditional fintechs, when it comes to maybe fintech projects out there, we hear about Flutterwave, we hear about Paystack, we hear about the guys who are raising millions of dollars today. These guys have gone through mentorship from some of the very top cohorts. There's Y Combinator, there's what's it called? We have a Founders Institute in Nigeria here. I know they're also in Silicon Valley. We have Y Combinator. We have a whole lot of cohorts that wants to incubate people who want to build. Nothing is stopping people who are building cryptocurrency projects to go into those incubation programs. Learn what it means to start a company. Don't just put out a blockchain project out there because you just want to build. Learn what it is to really start a company. Some of these guys, we hear about Binance, we hear about Coinbase, we hear about all of these guys. These guys were part of the system. CZ, the founder of Binance, he used to be one of the guys who used to code out the trading systems in Wall Street. He understood the process already of how to code out trading system. But you know what he did? He had to work with 2 companies. He worked with blockchain.com, one of the biggest cryptocurrency wallets. He worked with another company again.
Wow.
And today, he has one of the biggest exchanges today. So don't take away the place of learning just because you think you can trade Bitcoin and sell Bitcoin and buy Ethereum. You think you can build a project and you just show one project there and you expect the world to come and buy it. We need to get ready to start learning while we're in this space. People have seen cryptocurrency as a way to cash out. Yes, you can cash out easily. But think about your name when you put out a project that becomes a scam or that becomes just a cash cow for you. Think about the name you're trying to set for. A lot of people don't care about their names in this part of the world. Yes.
Sure.
A lot of people don't care about their names in this part of the world. But we must begin to change that narrative.
Exactly.
If you want to build out something, people have begun to see cryptocurrency as Ponzi. We must not allow that to be like that for us. It's not Ponzi. It's an industry that can create value for us. Another thing I want to also talk about is I met somebody who is a Nigerian via LinkedIn also. He's a cryptographer. He has been a cryptographer for 23 years. Whoa. He's in the US. And he said something to me. He said, Chike, we have been consumers in Africa. It's time to stop being consumers and being what? Producers. I have a friend who is a miner in Nigeria. Don't let anybody deceive that you cannot mine in Nigeria. But you cannot mine Bitcoin. Don't allow anybody to deceive you.
Wow.
Bitcoin is difficult to mine as a single person. I have a friend of mine. Go and check about this coin called Pirate Chain. It's a private token. Yeah, Pirate Chain. There's a friend of mine, he's a miner. He mined thousands of this coin. Today, in this bull market, he was mining this coin when this coin was at 0.00 something. Today, Pirate Chain rose to 12%. $12, sorry. You know why it rose to $12? Remember the day there was a news that the president of America was actually going to start taxing people. Okay. A lot of crypto people were looking for ways to hide most of their earnings in case if that turns out to be true, where they say we're increasing the tax policy and increasing the rate of tax in America to almost 40 or 48%. A lot of people were now looking for blockchain projects that are private. Pirate Chain rose from $3 or $4 to $12.
Imagine.
Because the Pirate Chain is not a blockchain that you can easily read. Private.
Wow.
The privacy token. So because people were trying to hedge against that first, Pirate Chain became $12. And this is a guy who has been mining it for over 2 years. So we must begin to learn the different aspects of this industry. Me currently, I've told myself maybe my retirement strategy when I'm leaving this industry is mining.
Awesome.
This bull run in the first quarter, I had miners made over, I don't know if the data is correct out there. Maybe you can also check that. Over, is it $10 billion? I don't know, I've forgotten the figure, but it was in billions of dollars. Mind you, Africa did not make up that. Even if we made up that, it might not be even up to. But this is an industry that can give you leverage. Yes, mining consumes power. Don't mind Elon Musk that is saying all the things. His Tesla also consumes power, so let's not deceive ourselves. But let's leave the billionaires discussion out of this. So we must also begin to understand that you can buy hash rates, and be mining projects that are very small, that don't take a lot of power. There are different kind of miners. They have ASIC miners, they have GPU miners. So it depends on the kind of miner that is, project is compatible with. So these are ways people are actually making money. One of our granddaddies in the industry, call him Mr. Chimeze Chuta, he was talking about running nodes. I think where he is at now at running nodes, he has been doing it just for hosting nodes. I think there's a way now people are beginning to talk about how you can make money while you're running your node. And imagine an industry where you can be, you know who a miner is? Imagine central bank. Print your naira, and you get the naira and you spend it. You don't know how that money was printed. Exactly. There's no way it's tracked. But these miners, we can say that they're the ones printing our crypto. They are like the central bank. So imagine individuals being in that position to be able to confirm transactions so that new coins can be produced or can be mined or minted, whichever one we want to call it. So this is why we must devote our time into learning and get into the core part of the industry, not just chasing coins up and down. The coins will get you the money, but there are some key parts of this industry. Some boys are making crazy money silently. Where I stay in Lagos here, I got to find out that there's a man who has been mining Bitcoin since 2011.
Wow. He must be a billionaire
Yes.
by now.
Man is not just a billionaire.
Like in USD, like jeez.
He's a billionaire in dollars. He has
Wow.
been mining Bitcoin since 2011. He used to base in America when he got into the Bitcoin thing, while in America. And he came back to Nigeria. Then when he came back to Nigeria, settled down, he went to Iceland. And he got in contact with some of his guys who were in America who had moved to Iceland to set up miners. So he's part of the owners of some miners in Iceland. When I found out about this, I'm like, why should I be chasing after coins only when there are other parts that I can make money silently? But you just need to research. But like I said, Bitcoin mining is not easy again. Please don't go and quote me that I said mining that you can mine Bitcoin, please. And you people are mining Bitcoin. You can see some during the bear market, many miners shut down because to mine Bitcoin was becoming very difficult. But now many of them are starting up their miners again, or started up their miners again because of what's it called, the bull market. So now going forward, another thing I would like to introduce us to is let me quickly drop a what's it called? I'll drop this for you guys. I told you guys about a girl who I stumbled upon recently.
Yeah. On Twitter.
Twitter. She's beginning to talk about. She's very big on farming, yield farming, and all of this very crazy, amazing stuff. And I've been wanting to wrap my head around, even me myself. You got me OG. There are some things that are hard for me to learn. So don't call me OG. I'm learning like you. And this thing, I learned it from somebody I found out about her from somebody who came into the crypto industry last year.
Wow.
The guy he said during the lockdown, he heard me talking about crypto so much, and he wasn't doing anything. He was looking for a job before the lockdown. And when the lockdown happened, there was no job. He was not doing anything. But he had access to internet because he used to stay with his uncle. His uncle's house, there's internet 24/7. And he went into research of crypto. Today, he's trying his house on farming. He's doing some small trading. He's doing a lot of things. I introduced him to the University of Nicosia, one of the blockchain, one of the universities who are very big and they are top in anything that has to do with blockchain and cryptocurrency. I did a 3-month course with them. It's a pre-master's degree that's for free, and I think I will share it with Joy so later she can share it on the group. They finished the first session. They do it 3 times every 3 times every year. So they've done the first session for this year. So and that master's, once you have done that pre-master's degree, if you want to further the master's degree in blockchain and anything, where you can now specialize either in the business side, the tech side, or whatever, through them, you can actually do the main master's. But the main master's is not cheap. I have a friend who is the ambassador in Africa. He's Nigerian. His name is Jude. He's also a member of CBAN. So he's the ambassador for University of Nicosia in Africa. So he's been trying to talk with them, and that a lot of people cannot afford 9,000 euros for the main masters. So, and they know Africa is a space for the blockchain. So they are really looking at how to partner with large cryptocurrency companies today who have made billions to see how they can start giving out scholarships to people who want to take these masters. Okay. And imagine if a company like, let's say, OKX or my company I work with, Knabu, gets into that and says, okay, we want to give out scholarships to people. And someone like me who works with a company like Knabu, thank God I'm really in talks with the core team, so I can influence 1 or 2 things for people for in that space. And I say, okay, let's see how we can give people the best out of the best scholarship. And at the end of the day, in turn, they work for you. Maybe you can say they work for you for 2 years, 3 years before. It's all of those things are opportunities that come. You get. So I'll drop that we have the link to register for this. It's called a Masters Open online course. Yes, by the University of Nicosia. Which country again? I always forget. I'll check it out and give it to you. I took that course I think 2 years ago. So I'm looking at taking a master's. Just that we're busy chasing money. To go and read the main book is always difficult. Don't mind you, but if you must chase education, please chase education. Chase quality education. Don't chase schooling. Chase quality education.
Right.
So I said that there was something I was going to say that it might sound a little bit off, but I just have to say it. The cryptocurrency space is, let me take it Nigeria. We are even more interconnected with ourselves than the Forex guys.
That's true.
The Forex guys, they seem to go in circles, in click and click and click and click and click. But the crypto space, because of how loud it has become, a lot of people begin to know themselves, and they are all in different communities, whether on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Discord, on so many of these places. And we must begin to form a very good alliance with ourselves. You're not in a competition with anybody. On no account should you come into the space and begin to tell yourself, I've made more money than you, so you must respect me. It doesn't make any sense. The industry is there for all of us. Make the most of the money that you can make. Work with the best companies that you can work with. Work with the best projects that you can work with. Acquire bags of different coins as much as you think you want to. But we must remember that we need to build Africa, and we must start from there with Nigeria.
Very key, very key.
A lot of us don't understand what it means to be in leadership. A lot of us don't understand what it means to be in politics, but we want to complain about the political system. We don't even know that once we collaborate and come together, we can form an alliance that will help us. Not just, this time around, we'll not be going out to go and do NFts. We'll be putting money together to begin to sponsor forums, to enlighten other people who are not yet enlightened. Because the only thing that can drive some of this enlightenment is funds to push it. And let me tell you, you see cryptocurrency, there's a lot of money moving around the space.
Yeah.
Even at this young age of the industry. Imagine when the industry goes 12, 15, nice 12 years, 15, 20 years, there'll be a lot of money to go around. We can begin to put all this money together. Stop spending your money alone in the clubs. We need to build. See, we have children that are going to come after us. I'm not sure we're happy the way the country is. Every day we go on Twitter, every day we go on social media, and we are shouting about the government. Are we not tired of that? When are we going to start making the moves and the impact in order to make some of these things change? Once you can begin to make money, you begin to have a voice. The next thing you might say, you want to chase power. Stop trying to chase power because you want to go and intimidate people. Stop trying to chase power because you want to go and make more money in government house. The cryptocurrency industry can give you money if you do the right things. You make money for life, as far as this industry is still alive. But now we must begin to channel some of these funds into what? Nation building. I was speaking with, they just launched the first blockchain hub in Abuja. Yeah. One of our senior colleagues. He's a cryptocurrency. He's a blockchain forensic auditor. The only blockchain forensic auditor in Africa.
Imagine that.
If you're somebody who is interested in cybersecurity, please look for a way to also start trying to understand what it means by forensic audits. It's not just about cybersecurity. These are guys who also audit the codes of developers in the industry, who are big companies who have built out very sweet and lovely projects. They now need people to come and audit their codes, if for bugs or forever or for whatever. Do you know how much these guys are paid? Good money. Developers also. So all of this money flying and moving around. He has built one in Abuja. Who says that we cannot have the Silicon Valley of Africa? Who says? Who says that the Silicon Valley in Africa cannot be built by the people in the blockchain industry? Go and look at what's happening abroad. Find out the guys who built Silicon Valley. They were individuals. They were not government people.
Sure.
Countries were built by individuals. It was not built by government. It's individuals that go to become the people in the government. So we must begin to think that it is me when I get there that will either make it work or make it not work. But before you get there, if you don't ground yourself in making sure that you have built a network, you have built your finances, because now when you broke, you go there, you thief money. Let's not lie to ourselves. Or when you spend so much billions with no hope of how that money will come back. When you get in there, you must want to make your money back. It's like an investment. But I've seen people who have spent 10 million naira, 20 million naira on the spot, crypto traders. The next day, they made times 4 of that money back.
Blood money.
These are OTC guys who are doing, they do volumes of transactions. So I'm not about to even say anything here whether to make you think that money is the end thing. But money must be made in the industry. But we must also continue to now understand that our generation has to change some things. We must begin to think nation building. Everybody wants to get the money. Everybody wants to run away from Africa.
Brain drain.
That's the new colonization. Let me lie for you.
Chike, I mean, this is really getting so steamy. Like it's oh my God, I can feel the heat right now. But then we have less than 10 minutes to go. So
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
remind you.
yeah, I think that was my final point. That was my final point that I really wanted to leave with you guys. So I don't know, maybe if you guys have maybe 1 or 2 questions, just type them on the comment section, and I will be able to take 1 or 2 questions there.
Okay, so while we're waiting for questions, I really want to say thank you. I mean, I don't think we're done, right? Anybody agrees with me? I mean, you were about to get into that part that, everybody wants to hear nation building. Pastor Paul Adefarasin is talking about a plan B. And yesterday, somebody said that Israel is suffering from the plan B of Abraham. If you like, have a plan B.
Yeah.
That was heavy. And so everybody's waiting. Everybody's sticking to hear what you have to say. So I don't think we're done. And I'm sure you agree with me, Chike. There has to be a comeback.
No. For me, I feel there's somebody who is here. I don't know if he's the one, Mr. Eric. Is the founder. I think he's the one. He's the founder of Kubitex. I think he's the one here. I don't know. I can see the Eric, but I don't know if that's him. That's somebody who is very big on building Africa. Okay. I saw his hand raised up. I don't know if that's him.
Yes. We actually have very limited time.
I just wanted to say welcome and thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. Eric, we acknowledge you. I can see his hands now. We acknowledge you. I'm glad to have you here today. All right, so I hope we have every one of us here in the next session on Sunday. I think we have a couple of questions, Chike. We can just take them in 7 minutes. All right, if they're down there in the chat box, and I'm just going to read them out. The first one is, how do we access exclusive learning and ambassadorship? Like, okay, I want to learn. I think the person is trying to say, if I want to learn this part of crypto, how do I access that? Okay, and so we have 2 more questions, but you could just start with that. Okay,
so I have a course that I will what's it called? Give to Joy. She can share with you guys. It's on Udemy. I think it's about $10 or $20 or so. A lot of people say that learning crypto, I don't need to go and do any course. You don't need to also do a course. But why I love that course was when I stumbled on that course, this guy has done an in-depth analysis of the industry, and he used very simple materials and tools to explain crypto, wallet, the industry, the technology, all of that is all in one. That's if you would like to go the paid route. And also if you don't want to go the paid route, but I believe that course, I recommend people take it. Then it's on Udemy. Then also YouTube is a university. I can never graduate from.
Absolutely.
I don't know what you want to say.
Absolutely.
Is a
100% concur.
YouTube is a university I can never graduate from, and they will never give me a certificate of graduation.
Never ever.
Never. As far as YouTube, their servers are still up. It is a place where you must learn and you must be able to learn. Now, there's another question I can see. It says, where do we start?
Okay, yeah, okay. Go on.
Then ambassadorship. So, ambassadorial programs, when some of us started, we used to volunteer. And let me teach you something. When you see an exciting project that they're talking about that is coming up newly, see, go on their website. See, don't be afraid to reach out. Some of these guys are young boys like you. It's just because the kind of the part of the world where we are, it seems like is when you begin to speak with some of these guys, you understand that these guys are either your age mate or maybe a bit older than you, but they're excited to even want to know you. So you can go on their website and look for a way. Maybe you can send out a mail to them and say you would like to work with them, volunteer to do things. See, learn how to volunteer in this industry. You must learn it. So then the other person said, where do we start and get information from if we want to focus on a path in the crypto space? Okay, I think I've already said a lot about it. So that alone can really, really also tackle the question that the second person asked. So on ambassadorship, what's it called? Learn to volunteer. Then also make sure you're putting yourself up to speed. Because somebody like me might have job and I ask Joy, who in your community do you know can handle this kind of job? They want to employ somebody. And I know people who are paid in Bitcoin, and some of them, they were paying them in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $10,000, $3,000. Imagine now when Bitcoin.
Oh my God.
How many? No, just begin to imagine.
Wow.
There was a time, let me not cast myself. There was a time where I know somebody, there's a friend of mine, they were paying him in Ethereum. Ethereum rose to 1.3 and dumped to $83. He didn't sell. And that project still pays him in Ethereum. Look at Ethereum price now. It's a very lovely space. So
I give you that.
So I think, like I told you guys, it wasn't going to be a formal meeting. It was going to be a Friday night chat, Friday night discussion, and so I think thank you guys so much for listening to me. I like to blab a lot, so a lot of my friends say I like to talk a lot, and they say if you wake me up from sleep to talk about crypto and blockchain, I don't have all the money in the world. I've never made money some people have made in this industry, but I love the industry.
I know, right?
Everybody, there's an adage that says every man with a kettle. So focus on your own kettle. Focus on your own kettle, and one day your kettle will flow. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Chike. It's been an amazing session. Like I've had a swell time. I mean, what better way to spend your Friday night? This has been amazing. And like I said, there has to be a comeback where we end on. You have to talk about that last point you wanted to hit on, and I believe everybody agrees with me. Okay, so there's one last question. Let's see if we can take it in less than 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I think I already get what the question is. Okay. Car Life Chain and swap it for Ethereum. So if you know you have that Car Life Chain on your, what's it called? On your Trust wallet, go to CoinMarketCap, check Car Life Chain on CoinMarketCap, look at the decimal. The decimal on it is 8. Go the Car Life Chain that you have that may be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, it is 1. So that is, just be careful with those kind of contract addresses. They are fishers trying to fish your what's it called? Just stay away from it. You cannot swap that Car Life Chain you have with Ethereum. It has decimal 1 or 0, but the main Car Life Chain on CoinMarketCap has a decimal of 8. I may be wrong, but I know you can't catch that guy out. So thank you very much.
I think you are very correct. I've seen that in a couple of places, and I just felt like these are fish as like you said. I beg before somebody now takes our small money.
That you're trying to see. I was a victim of that, so please try not to fall. Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Thank you so much, again. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time on Crypto Over Coffee today, and we have come to a close. So, but then I want to say thank you to everybody who joined in the first session and the second session. I'm seeing a lot of new faces today, and I'm saying thank you. I hope you got a lot of value. Chike, so many persons are already saying they love you in the comment section. All right, don't worry, we're going to bring Chike back very soon. So thank you guys. My name remains Ileke. If you've not joined our WhatsApp community, make sure to do so. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to do so you can rewatch this video. Until Sunday, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. See you on Sunday. Bye.